Leonidas, thinking Saac and Widowmaker were dead, headed back to Buzzard Junction. Upon entering, one of his old pals warned him that Buford issued a warrant for his arrest. Leonidas was rightfully pissed. After all he'd done, that son of a bitch wanted him dead. It was at that moment Leonidas knew what had to be done. He waited until Buford was doing a rally one night and took up a perch. With a hardened heart, Leonidas pulled the trigger. Buford was dead. He shot him twice for good measure. The town panicked as they came to terms with what had just occurred. Someone spotted Leonidas on the rooftop, and LANK went on the hunt for him. Leonidas dodged, ducked, dipped, dived, and dodged his way through town, trying his damnedest not to get caught. Lank made sure a wanted poster was on every open wall in town. To Leonidas's surprise, Saac was alive. He returned to the town and declared himself interim governor. Leonidas knew he may not escape Buzzard Junction alive at this point, even as the entirety of Buzzard Junction's armed forces hunted for him. Leonidas was able to remain out of reach. After a few days of hiding, Leonidas slipped into the forest and made his way into the mountains. Lank was still in hot pursuit, but Leonidas's military training allowed him to evade them rather easily. Lank was a bunch of sissies anyways. As Lank scoured the mountains, always one step behind old Leonidas, Leonidas tried to track their movements in the hopes they'd leave the area soon. One night he stumbled across some footprints that he believed to belong to LANK soldiers, so he followed. But what he found scared the hell out of him. Something had gone and killed a whole squadron of them bastards. Then it became real clear who the culprit probably was. Back in Buzzard Junction, businessmen from the East Coast arrive in their fancy carriages, demanding to speak with Saac. They told him the government wanted to build railroads through the area, and that Buzzard Junction had been eminent domained, effective immediately. Railroad workers and miners arrived quickly to carve a railroad through Buzzard Junction and through the mountains. There was a group of workers at the base of the mountain building the Buzzard Junction portion of the railroad, but the government also sent miners up into the mountains to carve tunnels through them for the railroad. As the miners got to digging, they stumbled across some strange claw markings they didn't understand. After a few days, the miners started falling ill with something we'd never seen the likes of. Turned them boys into flesh-eating psychopaths. One by one, every miner sent up into those mountains became infected. Then the miners brought the disease back to Buzzard Junction. Disease was transmitted by saliva, and the infected kept biting the other miners. After a few days, almost all of Buzzard Junction was infected. Thankfully, Leonidas returned. Not knowing what the hell happened, he grabbed his revolvers and fought the undead tooth and nail. Saac, knowing this was the end, teamed up with him, and the two tried their best to stay alive. As our hero and anti-hero fought the undead horde, a familiar evil marched with the dam towards Buzzard Junction. Leonidas and Saac will return in episode 5. Cowboys and cowgirls. This is Raleighwood.